Not every battle in WOT or World of Tanks is going to be great, but watch this one. Now this is a Japanese OI. I don't know what else to call it. I call it OI. This is the first of the series of the OIs. This is a Tier 5 tank, and it has one major flaw. It's gigantic. This thing, I mean, if you look at those tanks out there. Now there's another OI there next to me. But look at the other tanks. This tank dwarfs them. It's like a sitting duck. I mean, actually, it's more like a sitting goose or bigger. The tank is 2 or 3 times the size of most tanks, and it's very slow, and it shoots very slow. As a matter of fact, you'll see this first shot coming up here. You'll actually see the shell arc. It doesn't go straight, it arcs, and like a artillery shell would. So you're shooting out of this cannon and it arcs like an artillery shell, and you're like, what the hell? That's how slow this thing shoots. So it shoots slow, but when it hits, it does a lot of damage. On a tier 5 or 6 battle, it will blow out most tanks with the first shot. And there you go. I think that's the second kill right there. Maybe the first. I'm not sure. But anyway, you have to really pay attention. Artillery, there's 2 tanks that artillery really loves to shoot at. The TOG series, the TOG 1 and the TOG 2, and the OI series, the OI Experimental and the OI, both are huge tanks, and they have a lot of firepower, so artillery zeroes in on them whenever they can. Now after that, there's other tanks that the artillery shoots at too, especially the ones with a lot of hit points, but they really like to zero in on this tank, which makes it hard too because slow. Now watch, I just got hit by something. I back up and look at that. Artillery, right after that, artillery shoots. And they did some damage on me. But the tank's still good enough. I have to wait for repairs there. Okay, and now I'm off on my own again. Now, in this battle, I joined the platoon. I hope they get a lot of kills, because if I'm the only one getting kills, we're hurting. No, seriously. The idea behind the game is to get money, or not real money, but game money, is to get as many hit points on other tanks as you can. So that's what you're trying to do. However, if you do not kill that tank, that means it can still shoot. Usually. Sometimes the gun is knocked out completely and it can't be repaired. Nothing you can do about that. But in most cases, they can still shoot. So as long as they're alive, they can shoot. So you want to, I don't know if you saw the movie Fury or not, but they got knocked out a couple of times, but they could still shoot. So you have to kill, or have somebody has to help you kill that tank, because even though it's wounded bad, here's another artillery shell coming in. See it there? That big explosion right there? That was an artillery shell, thinking I was still there. So you have to kill those tanks completely, or you're dead meat. They can still shoot you or your teammates. So the object is to get as many hits as you can. And on one episode of this, I think I showed you, I got like 3,000 hit points on other tanks, even though I didn't get a kill. That helps the team too, because that way it makes it easier there for them to kill a tank. by having all those tanks with low points. Now, it's not very good for my kill ratio, but it's very good for my cash flow. This is World of Tanks, and it's a fun game. As you can see by all the changes, there's a lot of beautiful scenery, and of course some of the tanks like this one and the TOG, we don't care about scenery, we tear it down because we don't have any choice. I mean, I suppose we could drive really nice, but we'd get killed right off the bat. Now, another thing, you see all these tanks on World of Tank replays, and they're doing so good. They'll have 8 kills, 11 kills. I saw one with 15 kills. That means one tank killed every tank on the other team. Here's another kill here. So that's number 3. But you know what? They're not showing you the bad games. Now, it took me 25 games before this one had 4 kills. At stock, this tank is stock, so I'm not really impressed with it, but as I get experience and get to know this tank and what it can do, and I get a faster engine, maybe a better gun, then we'll see what I think of it then. But right now, it's just stock, and I'm not really impressed with it, but it is an alright tank. It's not a fun tank. I have several tanks that I really like that are fun. This is not one of them so far, but maybe later on it could be. But as you can see, each tank has different qualifications in the game, and some are more fun than others. The AIC BIS, which is a French tank, I believe, it's a lot of fun for some people. It's too fast for me. And there are other tanks that are too fast. The PZIC is another fast tank that drives me up the wall. I never have figured out. I still have the tank, but I never have figured out how to get all the kills. This is Remy Megs. This was sponsored in part by Melissa Leach. If you'd like to sponsor some of my films, go to my website at patreon.com, Remy Megs, and sign up, be a sponsor. Subscribe, like, share, and comment.